Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Vision IS, I extend a very warm and heartfelt welcome to all of you present here today. Our esteemed guest, Ms. Garima Mundra, is here with us, who has secured All India Rank 80 in UPSC Civil Services 2023. Let's welcome her with a huge round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. Very happy to be here and very happy to be part of Vision IAS team. The best part is that this thing is not happening in Delhi. I'm very happy that different cities are becoming part of this topper session program. Uh, First disclaimer is whatever my strategy is, whatever my notes are, it's very personalized for me. It was my third attempt, so obviously very high and low journey thi. I could not clear it. I could not clear my prelims in the first attempt, could not clear my mains in the second attempt. So there's no secret formula to clear UPSC. There's nothing that I'm going to tell very new. It's just whatever's worked for me. So I would appreciate it if you all personalize it to your own methods, to your own strategies. And very happy that Ahmedabad में इतनी सारे लोग civil services करना चाहते हैं. The time when I started, this culture was definitely not here. Especially Gujaratis आजकल हर field में आ गए. So I hope civil services is one place where we are yet to make a mark. So hopefully good enthusiasm here. Before I start with my notes and my strategy, there are three things that I would like you to know as an aspirant what qualities you need to have to begin on this journey in the first place, because strategies and notes tabhi aap follow kar payenge when you are a good aspirant in general. So the first, I think what everyone says is having a clear passion for the end goal, because failure सबको फेस करना पड़ता है इस एग्जाम में. Nobody is immune to failure. If you have that end goal clear, whatever lows you face in this exam, you will be able to overcome them much faster. Support system सबके पास होता है, your friends, your families, but the inner motivation which you need will only come when you know कि why I want to do this, why I want to become an IAS, IFS, IPS, whatever. तो वो जब low phase होगा, that self motivation will really help you. Second thing is consistency. This is a myth that UPSC toppers, UPSC people study for 15, 16 hours. It's not true at all. I've never studied more than 8 to 10 hours in my life, but I've studied for more than 300 days in a year for 8 to 10 hours. So that's what separates this preparation from other competitive exams, because it's not just one stage. The exam is spread out over a year. The preparation is spread out over a year. तो उस पूरे जर्नी में you need to have that level of consistency कि you can get up and follow the same routine. You cannot get bored out of this exam. And the best part is that इतना current affairs oriented exam है, the syllabus never stays the same. There are only limited static books जो हम सब पढ़ते हैं, but the syllabus is very dynamic. There's always something new to learn, new to see. So that should really help you. And the third and the most important thing is your work-life balance. आप किसी job में होते हो, everyone talks about work-life balance, talks about mental health. This exam is no less than a job, much more than a job probably. If you have to study 10 hours every day, you need to have some time out for yourself. If you don't have anything else to look forward to except your study time, so it's going to be very difficult to sustain in this journey. So finding whatever different hobbies you have, finding whatever works out for you, उस 10 घंटे के बाद आप क्या करोगे, which makes those 10 hours bearable, is very important. So please pick up any hobby, anything you like to do. Walk हो गया, jog हो गया, gym हो गया, whatever. But find that work-life balance in this exam. So let's get started with prelims first. Prelims का जो stage है, it is the one with the least success ratio. But for me, it was the simplest of all, honestly, because I always kept my preparation very simple. Let me talk about my first prelims, which I did not clear. Because mistakes मैंने काफ़ी commit करी थी उस first attempt में, which I realized later on कि these things I need to work on. So first attempt, my mistakes which I felt were कि I over focused a lot on current affairs. That is something which this exam does not want. There is multiple sources, multiple material for current affairs, but one thing which you need to do is keep your current affairs streamlined. I used to do daily current affairs, daily quiz, monthly magazine, PT 365 in my first attempt. That was a horrible mistake. I overloaded myself with a lot of information. It was not like I did not study very dedicatedly. I was over dedicated probably. So उस चीज को figure out करना कि current affairs का एक source decide करना and sticking to it is very important. Second mistake which I felt I committed was that over attempting questions. I lost out a lot on negative marking because I just heard some random person say कि 90 plus तो attempt करनी पड़ते हैं to clear this exam. But that was not what was working out for me. I got so nervous in the paper कि 90 तो हो ही नहीं रहे. How do I cross that threshold? I just marked randomly at the end to reach 94 questions and I lost out a lot on negative marking. So that's also a very big mistake that I committed. So finding out that sweet spot of questions that you can attempt so that you don't lose out on negative marking is very much suggested. And third is your composure in the exam. As I said, I was pretty nervous in the exam. और जबकि जो लास्ट ईयर का पेपर था 2023 which was super difficult and super random, I actually laughed when I saw the paper because I was like कि सब आज तो शॉक होने वाले, कट ऑफ इज गोइंग टू गो वेरी लो. व्हाट हैव दे डन टू अस? हाउ आर माय ट्रेडिशनल एलिमिनेशन टेक्निक्स गोइंग टू बी यूज्ड इन दिस पेपर? So I was pretty calm throughout the paper, and I think that really helped me to even guess the answers which were right in front of me, but a lot of people would have missed out on because they were so nervous about the paper after looking at the paper. So these three things and three mistakes that I committed. Coming to my book list, which has not changed since the past 3 years. First, Polity, Lakshmikant, Modern History, Spectrum. I was not a big fan of NCRT, so I have not followed them a lot. For geography, I did 11th, 12th NCRTs, and to understand concepts, I referred to some videos in my first attempt. So आपका conceptual clarity is very important in geography. And for art and culture, again, old NCRTs for R.S. Sharma and supplemented by Nitin Singhania ke some chapters. So that was my source for art and culture. And for science and tech, only current affairs. For environment, I did Shankar IAS and any subject I'm missing out on. For current affairs, I was doing Vision monthly magazines and then PT 365. So this was my basic book list, जो वही रहा है. One thing that helps you to get that clarity is when you solve those mock papers, any sectional test that you pick up. For example, human geography है. It's not a very rewarding subject. आपको final exam में they don't ask you also those many questions, but I made sure I did not skip it. So my method of doing human geography was do one sectional test of human geography. They cover everything that is possible in that test and use that as my reference for human geography. So I was sorted because they asked the most important parts of NCRTs also and any extra information that you might need. So that was my basic thing for doing subjects like science and tech. जिसके लिए I did not refer to NCRTs. So again, one sectional test you do, they also cover important parts of your NCRTs and any current affairs which is happening. तो वो काफ़ी उस तरीके से solve हो जाता है. And PYQs, again, I did 30 years के PYQs. I went through them diligently. So with Disha publication book which comes, what you can do is mark important questions, whichever you're not able to get right. So I used to star mark them, circle them or something. So I even revised PYQs, which I did not know in my first go. So that was also helpful. Test series, I did around 40 to 45 tests before my prelims every time, which was 35 of vision, 3 tests of abhyas, and any random open mock test that happen online. Abhyas ka, a lot of people did ask me, Abhyas is pretty difficult and you get very low scores. But I used to prefer giving Abhyas because it kind of trains you to solve a very, different paper in an offline setting. So you know how to attempt such a paper. So Abhyas was very helpful for me personally. And from the first Abhyas to my last Abhyas in the third attempt, I also saw a personal progression ki I was ready for whatever paper they give me. It's okay, because everyone has done the same sources. I am no different. At least वो सारा तो मुझे आता ही होगा, except extra marks I'll gain because of my composure and my calmness. So that is a very good thing to do. And prelims economics, yeah, so economics personally I was pretty comfortable. I did only Shriram IAS ka book, and usme se I had made 10-15 pager notes for things I did not know, but because my background is commerce and I did BCom honors as well, so I did not do much of economics. I was pretty okay with it. But realizing ki economics, environment and polity are your gold mines in your exam. आप आर्ट एंड कल्चर जैसे सब्जेक्ट पे एक सोर्स से ज़्यादा उठाओगे, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू गिव यू एनी हायर वैल्यू, बिकॉज फिर भी पेपर इज फ्रॉम सम अदर डिफरेंट सोर्स ऑल टुगेदर. बट पॉलिटी इकोनॉमी जैसे सब्जेक्ट है विच कैन गिव यू वेरी हाई आउटपुट फॉर वेरी लो इनपुट. तो सच थिंग्स प्लेइंग टू योर स्ट्रेंथ्स इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इंश्योरिंग कि आपका लक्ष्मीकांत या आपका इकोनॉमी का कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन गलत ना हो is much more important than running behind current affairs या not being able to attempt those questions. For example, last year का जो paper था, science and tech questions, if anyone of you would have seen, nobody knew those questions, but all of them were attemptable because you just had to use common sense. They're giving you some, they're giving you extreme statements. Kuch ek, about something about hydrogen was there, ki in which industries can you use hydrogen. Obviously you can use hydrogen in every possible industry whichever requires energy. You don't have to put so much thought, you don't have to go through so many materials. There was a question about mushrooms, ki some are bioluminescent, some are this. Obviously nobody knows all the existing mushrooms on this planet. Also they are discovering new ones every other day, so there might be some who have this property. So half of the paper can be solved through common sense if you have that calm and composure. तो ये काफ़ी important हो जाता है prelims के लिए. Analyzing your tests is also very important. So how I used to analyze my tests was कि I used to do 3 readings of the question paper. So time management was one of my strengths. So first reading में it took me around 1 hour. I used to go through all the 100 questions and I used to mark whichever questions I'm 100% sure of. कि जिसमें I know कि ये तो सही है, ये मेरे knowledge base से है, मेरी book से है. So I used to directly mark them in my OMR sheet. And second reading, which used to be around 30-40 minutes, जो भी 50-50 questions थे, where you are able to eliminate 2 options, but आप उन दोनों में से narrow down नहीं कर पा रहे हो, those used to be marked in my second reading. And third reading was for questions which are completely guesswork, intelligent or not. तो उनके लिए आपका third reading is important. जब आप ये mock test में कर रहे हो, तो see your accuracy. You make a table, you write 100% on top, 50%, make 3 columns, 100%, 50% and guess. तो 100% में आपने कितने questions attempt करे, how many of them were right, you will be able to know your accuracy. So उसमें अगर आपका accuracy 90% से कम है, that is a problem. For that you need to revise much more, because these are the questions you knew, but still you were able to not do them. The 50% questions, even if you are net positive, मतलब आपका accuracy even 50% भी है तो भी आप net positive ही रहोगे, which is very good. मतलब at least they are contributing to your final marks rather than giving you anything negative. तो that also helps you attempt those questions कि 50-50 वाले कितने करने. Guess work में आप अपना personally कितना accuracy रहता है वो देखो, and then you decide on a final number. For me it was around 80 to 85 कि these many questions I need to attempt to qualify the cutoff. And cutoffs have not been more than 90 since a very long time. तो इतना you don't need to think too much about it. Very achievable score है if you just simplify your preparation. Prelims is all about simplification and revision. So whatever tests you give also, अगर उसमें से कुछ नया information मिलता है, तो I used to not maintain a separate notebook, which a lot of people do, but write it in my original source. So अगर modern history का sectional है, तो उसका जो भी mistakes होगा, that used to go in my spectrum only, not a separate notebook or not on that test paper. how that helped me was whenever I picked modern history again, I'm kind of revising that test all over again. So I did not need to go back and revise those tests separately. So अगर मैंने फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री की बुक में कुछ लिखा है, थर्ड अटेम्प्ट में भी मैं उसको रिवाइज कर रही हूँ, बिकॉज इट्स देयर परमानेंटली. देयर इज नो सेपरेट नोटबुक फॉर टेस्ट, इज नथिंग एक्सेप्ट फॉर करंट अफेयर्स, जिसके लिए आप एवर नोट पे बना लो या फिर ऑफलाइन बना लो, दैट इज डिफरेंट. बट जो आपका स्टैटिक पोर्शन है, try to add it in your original source, so that really helps in your revision. Can I take questions in between? So prelims के लिए कुछ questions है तो please ask me. Yeah. So current affairs के लिए what I did was, first वाला तो was a complete mess. Second attempt से I decided that monthly magazines are good enough. So One Vision monthly I used to do. उसमें first reading में I used to mark whatever I feel can be asked in prelims. जब आप monthly magazine पढ़ते हो, there are a lot of advantages, disadvantages, problem solutions, pointers होते हैं बहुत सारे, which is more helpful for mains rather than prelims. So those things I didn't even read, because वो नहीं पूछने वाले कि more efficiency हो रही है, more कुछ भी हो रहा है, those questions don't come. तो जो आपको फैक्चुअल लग रहा है या जो आपको लग रहा है कि प्रीलिम्स में ये पूछ सकते हैं, डिपेंडिंग ऑन PYQ एनालिसिस, इट्स वेरी इजी टू जज. सो आई यूज्ड टू हाईलाइट देम इन माय फर्स्ट गो. एंड मंथली मैगजीन्स फिर रिवाइज करने में इट डजंट टेक यू मोर देन 2-3 आवर्स इफ यू जस्ट रीडिंग द हाईलाइटेड पार्ट्स. एंड फिर जब PT 365 आता था, तो फॉर मी PT 365 फॉर एनवायरमेंट एंड साइंस एंड टेक वाज वेरी useful and important, because it's much more organized, they have everything in chronological order. तो उसके लिए फिर मैं वो करती थी, and वो sections I stopped revising from monthly and only did from PT, because it's more or less repeated, but just the formatting is better in PT. तो बाकी सारे पॉलिटी है, इकोनॉमी है, आई यूज टू पिकअप मंथली. पॉलिटी के सेक्शन आपको मंथली से रिवाइज करने में 5 मिनट लगेंगे, बिकॉज देयर इज नथिंग न्यू इन दोज. इट्स मोस्टली वेरी स्टैटिक सब्जेक्ट. And same for economy, I didn't take much long, so I used to revise. I divided it between monthly and PT. That's it. Yeah.
Hello, first of all, congratulations on your rank. So I have a couple of questions. I hope my voice is clear. The most important question that I want to ask you is, I saw your interview today on another platform, and you mentioned that you had given yourself a target of only clearing this exam in just 3 attempts. So, seeing the kind of paper that 2023 was, you said that you kept calm and you could laugh at it. I have also appeared before, and I think that's where, I think I lose the game, because when we have set a target, so how is it possible in that environment to think कि मतलब फिर वो होता है ना कि अब नहीं होगा तो क्या, फिर एक और साल जाएगा. So what is the work that you have done before, probably before the exam, apart from attempting mocks, that made you keep so calm in the exam? That's my first question. And the second was relating to the mocks that you appeared for. So some people say that we shouldn't take up only tests of one institute, because वो एक certain pattern fix हो जाता है. I've also experienced it. So what is your opinion about it? Because फिर वो like how do you understand the exam pattern of UPSC? क्योंकि वो सिर्फ past year questions भी practice करके नहीं हो पाता है काफ़ी बार. So these are the two things.
So answering your first question on how to stay calm if you have a target. So third attempt, as I said, was going to be my last. So I went all in this attempt, because I knew कि I don't have the energy to appear for this exam again. It's a very exhausting exam. But from first to third attempt, I could see my progression in prelims also. कि mock test में better marks आ रहे हैं. My prelims are going better. First attempt was a blunder. Second, I was doing much better. And third, I had that confidence and conviction in me कि I can make do with prelims. Prelims should not be my hurdle. If नहीं होता है, if such a horrendous paper comes in front of you and you're not able to clear it, then I used to leave it to destiny कि ठीक है, this is not in my control. My preparation was the best I could do. I don't want to ruin my preparation in those 2 hours by getting nervous. If I've given my all in, there's nothing to be scared about. I'm a very big fan of MS Dhoni. So whenever you hear him, he always says, keep focus on the process, not on the result. Because if you don't focus on the process, your results are going to not be in your favor. So that was my strategy this time at least. My YouTube was filled with motivation speeches, MS Dhoni, ये सभी था. तो I was very sure कि नहीं होगा तो कोई बात नहीं, मैंने अपना ऑल इन दिया है. देयर वाज नथिंग मोर आई कुड डू. दैट हेल्प्स यू मेंटेन योर काम. एंड इफ यू सेकंड क्वेश्चन व्हेन यू आस्क्ड कि कौन सी कोचिंग मल्टीपल कोचिंग्स का देना चाहिए, आई थिंक आफ्टर द लास्ट पेपर आई थिंक ऑल द कोचिंग्स हैव काइंड ऑफ started giving mocks based on that pattern only. उसमें there's really hard to set a template कि this coaching का ऐसा technique होगा, extreme statements will be wrong and all of that, because kind of options ही change हो गए, elimination ही kind of कम हो गया. So that's very difficult. For me, that's why I gave 2-3 other open mocks of different coaching institutes except for Vision. कि GS Core, Forum, all these institutes की एक दो दे दिए थे मैंने, and I was ठीक है, I had a similar experience in them also, so I was pretty satisfied. If you think कि you are too wired in some coaching's test template and you cannot attempt other coaching के papers, try giving 1 or 2 of them and you will see कि questions तो similar ही होते हैं. They don't also refer to new material to make questions. You just have this in your head कि नहीं, I am only able to solve Vision papers, I might not be able to solve these papers, they might be too difficult. UPSC is above all of them. If you have this mindset, you will go with the same mindset in the exam and ruin your exam. तो clarity रखो कि whatever you are doing is working for you. Why to stress out so much कि final day पे क्या होगा, final day पे क्या paper आएगा. As unexpected as it was for you last attempt, it was for me. But again, mindset difference is what matters in prelims. A lot of people ruined their CSAT because GS was so bad. अगर आप CSAT नहीं ruin करते, GS का cut off इतना नीचे था इस बार, there was a high chance that you would have still cleared. Who knows कि cut off क्या है, how other people are facing this exam. You do your best and leave everything else to the final result. So that's really what I followed. Yeah.
One of the sources we have is standard book and another is class notes. So it is said that one of the sources should be followed holistically and should be repeated again and again. So should we go for our class notes or standard books?
I'll be a little biased because I never took coaching for GS at least. So I never refer to any coaching material for such things. I only refer to my standard books. So if you've read both, say if you're reading your standard and your coaching material, if you see कि coaching material में standard books तो covered है, but there are some extra information also, then go for your coaching material. If you think they are pretty much the same, then go for your standard books. Whatever उसमें जैसे ancient medieval है, I don't think NCERT is a very good source. I am sure coaching material would be better for these things which are a little haywire in terms of your preparation. So go for coaching material. Choose selectively. जैसे लक्ष्मीकांत है, I would any day prefer to read it from the book itself than do any coaching material. उसको वो क्या ही change करके लिखेंगे, right? There are articles which are written in stone. You can't add anything new. तो मैं तो standard books करती थी. I used to do tests and tests was my value addition for my standard books in prelims. कि whatever new I'm getting in my tests, I used to add them. उसमें सब coaching material आ जाता है, NCERT आ जाती है, everything is covered. So give as many tests as possible and just add them to your standard books. CSAT preparation, when I started my first attempt, CSAT was considered very easy. आजकल last 2 साल से it's become the demon that it is. But first attempt में I gave 2-3 PYQ papers and I was able to cross the margin, so I didn't do anything. so that has been my strategy, that I've never done anything extra for CSAT. But considering last year's paper, maths has become very important. What I would suggest is give last year's paper, see how much you're scoring. If you're scoring around 90, don't need to put much effort. If you are scoring below 90, then जो भी आप एक there's a Telegram channel which has posted that CSAT themes कौन सी repeat हो रही है. तो वो themes identify करो, permutation, combination, number system. Do those through YouTube videos or anything. If you have coaching or something, तो वो use करो and उसको thoroughly वो concept समझ लो. Except for that, English is very much doable. I think last year paper English बहुत easy आया था compared to numericals. So English was my strength. तो I did not face a problem as such. So English पे focus करो, whatever is your strength, focus on that. Formulas एक page पे लिख लो, so last day पे आपको help होगा to quick revision. And as much as themes repeat हो रही है, उनके ज़्यादा questions practice करो. I think then if you give 2-3 tests, I'm sure 67 तो cross हो ही जाएगा. तो yeah, that's my suggestion. So plan B, I was never a fan of plan B because if I've gotten into it, I knew कि plan B होगा तो थोड़ा preparation पे 100% नहीं दे पाऊंगी मैं. But I had clear this कि 2 attempt या 3 attempt at max. I had actually set 2 attempts as my target. But second attempt में I thought कि achievable है. I was also stuck in the same loop and I gave my third attempt. But then I had decided कि नहीं, third attempt से ज़्यादा तो नहीं दे पाऊंगी. So I think plan B is a very personal thing. For me, it was कि if this does not happen, I'll look for jobs, I'll start working. I had decided development sector में मुझे काम करना है. So I thought fellowships and all of these things will be a good alternate for me. I have seen people who go for higher education, but I still feel personal plan B definitely होना चाहिए. Because whatever is, if you are a CA, आप CA की पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, CS की पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, MBA करना चाहते हो, decide something which you can do if this does not work out. Because I don't think कि 6 attempts देने चाहिए इंसान को, कि 6 के 6 attempt दो and by the time it ends you are 30. So that's not a wise thing. You always need to have a second option, and whatever second option that is for you. If you want to work simultaneously, if you want to work after 2 years, that's okay. 2-3 years gap is not a very big deal, but that number should not keep on increasing if you are not personally progressing in this exam. अगर आपका 3 बार से prelims ही नहीं हो रहा है and marks भी नहीं आ रहे, then maybe it's not your calling. It's not anyone's job कि सब UPSC clear कर रहे हैं ना. It's a very low success ratio. Even if you put all in, very high chances कि नहीं clear होता है, because a lot of things have to align for you to clear this exam. It's just not hard work. तो be realistic about it, and I would suggest कि हाँ, एक alternate option तो होना चाहिए after second or third attempt which you can look up to.
Current affair.
Yeah. As I had said कि I used to do it through Mains 365. monthly magazines and PT 365. So जो भी एक source है आपका, आप उसी को follow करो. A lot of people refer to other coaching institutes की compilation. कोई भी compilation है वो करो. Newspapers पे जब आते हैं तो I never used newspapers for my exam material. I used to actually like reading them as a habit. So 30 minutes, 40 minutes glance through कर लिया, that is different. But monthlies already put so much effort into compiling those 100 pages कि आप extra effort डाल के खुद का ही time बर्बाद कर रहे हो. I feel तो you do monthly, any one monthly, and उसका revision अच्छे से कर लो. इतनी current affairs monthly से होते भी नहीं है, questions नहीं आते हैं, the output is very low. But just to remove that FOMO, that oh, I've not done current affairs well, do one monthly or any compilation properly, and that should be enough. सब्जेक्ट्स है जैसे जिन पे ज़्यादा क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, विच इज़ इकोनॉमी, एनवायरनमेंट एंड which was that other one that I had mentioned? Polity, yeah. So polity, economy, environment पे काफ़ी questions आते हैं. I think those can actually help you cross the cutoff very easily. तो उन पे ज़्यादा effort डालना है, but ऐसा नहीं है कि बाकी पे कम डालना है. For example, modern history है, उसके शुरू के जो चैप्टर्स है, when foreigners come to India, when they invade us, when they occupy us, वो सब पे क्वेश्चंस आने बंद हो गए थे for the longest time. People did not read those chapters also, but I had an OCD that at least एक book है तो उसको तो complete करेंगे अच्छे से. तो don't put that much effort in those beginning chapters, but at least have a rough idea कि क्या हो रहा है. Because last year also one question came from those chapters. उससे पहले भी I guess एक बार आया है. So you never know what UPSC, when they change their mind, when they play with your mind. So it's okay to be prepared. But हाँ ठीक है, you need to be smart about it कि किस पे ज़्यादा effort डालना है. That should be enough. I think I'll move on to mains after this last question.
Ma'am, in polity for mains, apart from Lakshmikant, is there anything else that should be followed?
For mains, yes, but for prelims, Lakshmikant is enough. And along with your tests, थोड़े क्वेश्चंस एनालिटिकल होने लगे हैं पॉलिटी पे. तो अगर आपको लक्ष्मीकांत का कोर्स समझ नहीं आ रहा है, क्लब इट विद सम यूट्यूब वीडियोस हु एक्सप्लेन दोज चैप्टर्स या जो थोड़ा बहुत कराते हैं. तो दोज आर गुड सोर्सेज फॉर यू टू गेट कंसेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी. Otherwise, there's no need to refer to any other source except for Lakshmikant.
Okay, and for geography, as you said, you referred 11, 12 NCERT and some YouTube videos. So apart from that, is there any authentic source that should be followed, just like in market, GC Leong, some books?
GC Leong, I did try. I did not find it worthwhile. उसके जो एक है where they have characteristics for Savannah, Sudan, these type climates वाला जो part है, वो अच्छा है. बट उसके लिए भी काफ़ी लोगों ने फ्री में एक टेबल बना के कहीं तो ऑनलाइन डाल दिया है कि इस क्लाइमेट का ये कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है, these type of species are found, these type of trees are found. So any compilation that you find online, one pager, that's much better to do than read that entire book. So GC Leong, I would not suggest it's helpful.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so now coming on to mains. Mains preparation is a little bit different. For my first mains, because it was my first mains, मैंने सिर्फ basic करा था. I did not have time because 3 months is pretty less. And second वाले में मेरा ऐसा ambition था कि at least prelims तो clear करे. बाद में देखेंगे, which is a common thing for a lot of people. But I think mains is pretty much the X factor which can help you get in the list finally. तो mains को neglect करना is the biggest mistake. मेंस के लिए वॉट एवर प्रीलिम सोर्सेज यू हैव वो तो रहते ही है स्टैटिक, बट बाय द टाइम यू कम टू मेंस यू प्रिटी मच मक्ड देम ऑल अप. दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू गिव यू एनी डिफरेंट आउटपुट व्हेन यू डू देम फॉर मेंस. तो इट्स गुड टू मूव बियॉन्ड दोज बुक्स. हाउ फॉर एग्जाम्पल GS1 है, तो मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री है, आर्ट एंड कल्चर है. यू कैन नॉट राइट मेंस जस्ट बाय रीडिंग स्पेक्ट्रम एंड NCERTs. दैट्स व्हाट आई ट्राइड टू डू इन माई फर्स्ट मेंस, बट it is not advisable. So there is a Telegram channel called Mehak Jain. She is on IAS, I think 2-3 years ago she got into the list, but she has very good notes on her Telegram channel for any possible subject with diagrams. तो वो मैंने काफ़ी इस बार यूज़ करा था liberally in all my subjects. So for modern history she had put up some notes. So that's when I realized कि modern history को ऐसे पढ़ना है कि उसमें इतना एनालिसिस और इसको प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं. सिमिलरली फॉर आर्ट एंड कल्चर आई हैड प्रिपेयर्ड डायनेस्टी वाइज कि आई हैड एनालाइज PYQs. आई हैड सीन कि गुप्ता, विजयनगर, ये सब फेवरेट है, भक्ति, सूफिज्म, ये सारी चीज़ें. तो आई हैड ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर्ड सम शॉर्ट नोट्स ऑन सच थिंग्स यूजिंग ऑनलाइन सोर्सेज. आप सर्च करो सूफिज्म UPSC मेंस, तो उसमें काफ़ी अच्छा कोई आर्टिकल आ जाएगा, यूज़ दैट. तो वो बेसिक आपका हो गया. What sets up you apart in mains and which I've learned is कि value addition is super important. Point सबका generic वही, everyone is going to write the same. but how you use that to differentiate yourself is a good trick that I learned this year. So this year what I did was I focused a lot on my intros and conclusions. So I had pre-made intros and conclusions for particular themes. So which आप PYQs analyze करोगे. If you pick up GS3, so you would know कि infrastructure पे question आता है. You would know sustainable development पे आता है. There will be questions on science and tech. तो I knew कि if infrastructure पे question आएगा, my intro is going to be as per India at 75 report by Niti Aayog. India needs 1 trillion investment in infrastructure to become a 5 trillion economy. That was such a versatile piece of information that it really helped me in time management also, because wo keyword padte you know ki this is my intro, you just start writing automatically. Similarly, if science and tech hai, तो जैसे मेंस 365 if you're reading for mains, you would know that they have similar challenges for all possible technologies कि limited expenditure on R&D है, limited industry academia linkage है. तो वो common points आप लिख लो मेंस 365 के index पे या कहीं पे भी. And then I had decided a conclusion कि we need to follow our prime minister's vision of जय विज्ञान जय अनुसंधान. तो वो हर science and tech question में I used to put liberally. तो ऐसे करके मैंने themes identify करके अपना ये काम काफ़ी easy कर लिया था. Second thing is using a lot of examples in your mains answer sheet, even if you don't know examples. तो आप किसी for example micro irrigation है, so उसका irrigation का drawback होता है salinity, कि उससे salinity हो जाती है. तो उसमें भी आप you can write example, for example any random place in Hyderabad. तो बस एक एग्जाम्पल सर्कल करके लिखोगे तो इट जस्ट शोज दैट ओ यू नो अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. तो वो एक माइंड एग्जामिनर के माइंड से प्ले करना है. तो उस चीज़ में मेंस काफ़ी यू कैन फॉर्म टेम्पलेट्स एंड स्ट्रैटेजाइज अकॉर्डिंगली. जैसे सिक्योरिटी है, तो उसमें वेन एवर यू राइट अ क्वेश्चन ऑन नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंसर्जेंसी, तो उसमें आई न्यू कि इफ आई हैव टू राइट रिकमेंडेशंस, आई वुड बी राइटिंग कि कोलैबोरेट विद अदर नेशंस. तो उसमें आई यूज टू राइट एग्जाम्पल ऑपरेशन सनशाइन विच वॉज डन विद म्यांमार. तो ये एक फिक्स्ड एग्जाम्पल. तो ऐसे करके एग्जाम्पल्स ऐड करते हैं तो इट बिकम्स अ लॉट मोर पर्सनलाइज्ड रैदर देन जस्ट दोज स्टैंडर्ड पॉइंट्स जो सब लिख रहे हैं. तो एग्जाम्पल्स यूज करो लिबरली, डायग्राम्स यूज करो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आर्ट एंड कल्चर पे क्वेश्चन है एंड इट्स आस्क्ड अबाउट गुप्ता डायनेस्टी, तो उसमें क्या डायग्राम बनाओगे? जस्ट फॉर्म इंडिया का मैप बनाओ, मार्क शेड प्लेसेस विच गुप्ता डायनेस्टी वाज पार्ट ऑफ, कि सेंट्रल इंडिया थोड़ा साउथ इंडिया, एंड राइट गुप्ता डायनेस्टी 6th century AD whatever, and that saves space, saves time, and you also have to write less. तो diagrams is a good way to innovate. And उसमें भी फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू कम अक्रॉस डेटा, जैसे एल्डरलीज के बारे में, तो आज इंडिया में 8.2% या कुछ एल्डरली पॉपुलेशन है. इन फ्यूचर इट्स गोइंग टू इंक्रीज, कि आपने पढ़ लिया इट्स गोइंग टू बी 20% वेरी सून. तो जस्ट फॉर्म अ ग्राफ कि 2020 है, 8% है, एंड देन यू फॉर्म एन अपवर्ड लाइन, ट्रेंड लाइन, एंड उस पर ऊपर लिख दो 20%. सो दैट्स अ वेरी गुड वे टू शो डेटा ऑल्सो. Just writing data, it might not be highlighted that well, but when you use graphs, pie chart, जैसे ट्राइबल पॉपुलेशन इज इंडियाज 8%, अगेन एक पाई चार्ट बनाया, 8% जितना आपने एरिया मार्क करा, शेड कर दिया. सो दोज थिंग्स रियली हेल्प यू. एंड थर्ड इज गोइंग बियॉन्ड व्हाट द क्वेश्चन आस्क्स. तो अगर इफ दे ओनली आस्क यू से कि लैंडस्लाइड का क्या कॉजेज है एंड इम्पैक्ट है, so you have to write solution, recommendation, even if they've not asked you, because ek to you are going to become a civil servant, you have to be solution oriented. Even if they're not asking you what is the solution, you are showing them ki it's not only a problem but I have a solution for it. तो जो चीज़ें नहीं पूछी होती है क्वेश्चन में, तो obviously you cannot give them extra space. तो उसके लिए आई यूज टू यूज स्कीमेटिक्स. अगर सोल्यूशन लिखना है मुझे एंड क्वेश्चन में नहीं पूछा है, सो आई एम राइटिंग recommendations, आई एम मेकिंग 4 a graph of sorts and writing 4 points of 2-3 words each. That saves me time, space भी आपको कम यूज होगा, and that shows that you're going one step beyond that what that person asked. So that's also a very good technique that I picked up. And time management बहुत crucial है means में. मेरा first means I could not attempt approximately 60-70 marks, which is a huge thing to miss out on. And my final cutoff I could not clear by 20 marks. So for me it was clear कि अगर क्लियर करना है तो एटलीस्ट पेपर तो पूरे अटेम्प्ट करने पड़ेंगे. दैट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप टू क्लियरिंग मेंस. यू कैन नॉट लीव आउट एनी क्वेश्चन इवन इफ यू डोंट नो देम. यू हैव टू राइट समथिंग एंड फिल दैट पेज. तो टाइम मैनेजमेंट के लिए आई वाज सजेस्टेड वन थिंग. हाउ आई यूज्ड टू डू अर्लियर वाज कि 1 to 20 questions in that order. Because of my OCD I was like कि नहीं बीच का कैसे कर लूँ, पहले 1 2 3 ऐसे ही करूँगी. तो 15 मार्कर्स रह जाते थे हमेशा, which really depreciates your score. So this time what I did was कि there's a thing called कि first 40 minutes you do the first 5 questions. So that gives you 8 minutes per question. तो आइडियल है आपका 7 minutes for 10 markers, 11 minutes for 15 markers. बट इनिशियल स्पीड सबका स्लो होता है. वंस यू गेट इन टू द हैंग ऑफ इट, एंड में तो आप लिख लेते हैं बट शुरू में टाइम लगता है. तो व्हेन यू ऑलरेडी गिव योर सेल्फ 8 minutes इन द फर्स्ट 40 इन द फर्स्ट 10 markers, तो एक यू गेट ईज्ड इन टू द पेपर. सो यू devoted 40 minutes for 5 questions, then you move on to your 15 markers directly. So till the 2.5 hour mark, which is 110 minutes, you give to those 10 questions, which is your standard 11 minutes. And last half hour again for those 5 remaining 10 markers, so 6 minutes per question, which is very doable. In the last half an hour everyone is able to write a 15 marker in 2 minutes, तो ये तो बहुत ही doable है. So this strategy I followed this time, which really helped me finish my paper. So that was one thing. एक supposed, I don't know if it works for anyone, but I changed my pen. I also used to write earlier with a pen that gives you friction. तो आपको एक pen भी जो आपकी hand के लिए suitable है for longer durations, you need to find that. Everyone suggests either V7 या Pentel. I used to use Pentel for that. तो वो आई डोंट नो साइकोलॉजिकल है बट इट वर्कड फॉर मी. आई यूज्ड टू राइट मच स्मूदर एंड फास्टर. तो दैट इज़ वन थिंग दैट यू कैन डू. कमिंग टू एथिक्स, जो थोड़ा सा नो स्टैंडर्ड सोर्स, डोंट नो व्हाट टू डू टाइप पेपर है. एथिक्स के लिए भी जो सिमिलर स्ट्रैटेजी है मेरी. कंक्लूजन्स वर प्री-मेड. इफ़ यू एनालाइज सम थीम्स फ्रॉम प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस, यू विल नो कि कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस पे एक थियोरी क्वेश्चन तो आता ही है, इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन पे आता है. तो कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस, बिजनेस के बारे में कुछ भी पूछा, my conclusion used to be a business that only works to earn good profit is not a good business. So वो standard था. It was, I don't remember by whom, but that quote I used to put everywhere in my mock test, in my actual paper. Similarly for sustainable development, environment पे काफ़ी questions आते हैं ethics पे. तो वो strategy used to work in ethics also. And forming a repository of terms which sound very ethical, which you don't probably know the clear meaning of also, but उसको देख के लगता है कि हाँ ethics आती है इसको. तो वो बीच बीच में पेपर में I used to, it comes with practice, but obviously I used to put it in paper at times कि अगर कुछ पूछा है कि pros cons भी पूछे है तो it will lead to moral dilemma, moral ambiguity, such थोड़े से fancy words, so that it doesn't look like a GS paper, it looks like an ethics paper. So that kind of compilation I had with me कि ऐसे ऐसे टर्म्स यूज़ करने मुझे पेपर में, एंड विथ प्रैक्टिस यू नो वेयर टू यूज़ देम स्मार्टली. सो दैट ऑल्सो गिव्स अ गुड फील टू द एग्जामिनर कि ओ दिस गाय स्टैंड्स अपार्ट और दिस गर्ल स्टैंड्स अपार्ट. And similarly for case studies, if you analyze PYQs, you will know set pattern पे case study आती है. There is questions on technology, bad use of technology. There is questions on women on case studies. There is question on environment कि mining हो रही है, what to do, all of that. तो उसमें आपको usual questions ये होते हैं, ethical issues क्या है, ethical dilemmas क्या है. You take a piece of paper, you write कि if case study is on sustainable development, I'm going to start with quoting some IPCC report. I'm going to start with quoting India's Panchamitra Promise या DPSP Article 48. तो ये decided है मेरा. Then ethical issues in those questions also you very repetitive होते हैं. So you can decide 6-7 ethical issues for that particular theme. Same for ethical dilemmas and same for again a conclusion. Because case studies is not differentiating. Because everyone has the same points in mind, when they ask you what are the 3 options, you have in mind, analyze them, उनके pros cons क्या है, सबके दिमाग में वही 3 options है, एक सबसे ethical option, एक least ethical and एक middle ground type option. Everyone is writing the same, then what will set you apart? तो case studies पे ज़्यादा time देने का I didn't find it very useful. So I used to finish my case studies first in first 1.5 hour, then move on to my theory because I knew कि theory will fetch me marks. एक तो शुरू का है paper, when you open theory questions come first, and then also there is a lot of things that you can do in theory to differentiate yourself, like those ethical terms, like good intros, good conclusions. So that was my more or less ethics ka strategy. So for example, let's just take a question. Landslide wala hai jaise ki give me what are the causes and the impact of landslide. So start either with a definition of landslide, or if you have any particular data that it affects 30% of India or whatever, so you can use that for your intro. Very short and sweet, 2-3 liner, that's it. And then एक इंडिया का मैप बनाओगे आप साइड में, areas which are affected by landslide, shade Himalayas and shade Western Ghats, that's it. Like उसमें it will take you 1 minute भी नहीं लगेगा, and it will save you space, कम लिखना पड़ेगा. Move on to your standard जो भी लिखना है, and then recommendations लिख देंगे end में जो पूछा भी नहीं है. So you will seem like additional दे रहे हो आप उनको what they've not even asked. And then a very fixed conclusion for disaster management, that we need to move from reactive approach to proactive approach. या उसमें कुछ 3 P's होते थे, preparedness, proactivity, कुछ भी जो आपने decide करा हुआ है, you have to write that no matter question landslide पे किसी पे भी है. One extra thing that you can do for polity and such security wale questions is committees. So committees become very helpful. You can mention committee names even when you are writing recommendations for anything. Just write as per this committee if you know some committee which is formed for this. जैसे cooperatives के लिए I guess Mirdha committee करके कोई थी. So I used to write recommendations as per Mirdha committee. So that just gives you more professionalism in your answer कि you are using actual committee recommendation. The committee will never say anything new. It's also going to say the same things जो आप solution में लिख रहे हो. And the person checking it would also not know कि what are the exact committee recommendations. So you can just use that committee recommendation and write your points. So it reflects positively in your answers. So ये means में था. My 2 mistakes in my first means, one was writing very average generic answers, which I worked on by value addition, using a lot of data, committees, examples, intros, conclusions, diagrams. तो बाकी का आंसर बहुत कम मैटर करता है. These things come out pretty fast if you highlight them properly. तो ये चीज़. And second was time management, which I could not finish my papers in the first attempt because I had set templates. I had a good strategy to attempt the paper. I was able to finish my papers even sometimes before time. तो which really helped me. तो हाँ, अब मेंस के लिए किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन है तो प्लीज़.
Ma'am, I want to have some idea about essay papers.
So essay के लिए even I have a very bad experience with essay. In my first mains I got 75 marks in my essay, and I convinced myself that they've only checked one of my essays, that's why they gave me 75. But I was scoring pretty well in my mocks. I was getting 100, 120. So काफी shocking था for me also. That just shows the subjectivity and the luck factor of this exam. You never know what the result is going to be. But in the second attempt, what I did was I knew essays, so I'm writing decent enough. I tried to read some topper essays. Our topper answer sheets and essays are a very good source for anything and everything. If you are very clueless about this exam, just open any ranker's answer sheet, any essay, and read them, and you'll get a very good idea ki what the exam demands, because these people have already cracked the code. They know what a good structure is, what a good essay is. So I read a lot of those essays, and उस पे मैंने analyze करा कि वो कौन से dimensions एक extra cover कर रहे हैं, which I might be missing out on, what really sets their essays apart. So that kind of analysis I did, and I went through with whatever I was doing, because उसमें भी मैंने एक examples की sheet बना ली थी कि ये picking it up from topper essays only, कि इन्होंने ऐसे example इस philosophical dimension में use करे, mythological examples are a very good source कि आप रामायण से महाभारत से examples quote करते हो तो it just sounds very nice to any checker who will hate a रामायण example, right? तो फिर ये वाली strategy मैंने उनके essays में से पढ़ के I used to pick those up, examples की list बना ली थी and then whatever I was doing like एक balanced essay लिखना with one in side of favor, one against and end make middle path. So that used to be my strategy for essays. You will find it on the UPSC website कि उसका syllabus क्या है, optional के option कौन से होते हैं. जो भी आपका ग्रेजुएशन सब्जेक्ट है, आई तो ऑलवेज एडवाइज पीपल टू यूज दैट बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली यू स्पेंड 3 years, वाई स्पेंड 3 more years in studying some other subject. तो वो आप चूज कर सकते हो. मोस्टली हर ग्रेजुएशन सब्जेक्ट उसके ऑप्शनल में है, तो यू कैन चूज दैट. जस्ट गो थ्रू देयर वेबसाइट एंड यू कैन डिसाइड. अगर नहीं वो चूज करना है, वो डिफिकल्ट लगता है, तो देर आर सम optionals which people from any field can choose, like sociology हो गया, anthropology हो गया, PSIR हो गया. तो ये सब people from commerce, science, any background end up choosing these optionals. तो वो वाला भी alternate है.
What was your optional?
My optional was commerce and accountancy. Why that reaction? एक ही optional choose करना होता है. There are 2 papers of that one optional only.
For polity, what was your reference material?
For mains?
Yes, for GS2.
हाँ, for GS2 मैंने लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ी थी. Then I did ऑनलाइन लेक्चर्स थे. आतिश माथुर करके एक टीचर है फॉर पॉलिटी, तो उसका मैग्ना कार्टा पॉलिटी करके कोई 2021 में उसने सम फ्री वीडियोस अपलोड करे थे. आई सॉ देम, देन दैट्स हाउ आई रियलाइज कि अच्छा पॉलिटी के आंसर्स जीएस पर्सपेक्टिव से दैट्स हाउ यू राइट देम. पॉलिटी के लिए यू कैन यूज जजमेंट्स टू सेट असाइड योर आंसर एंड कमिटीज. ये 2 चीज़ें काफ़ी हेल्पफुल है पॉलिटी वैल्यू एडिशन में. उसमें वैल्यू एडिशन व्हाट वन मोर थिंग आई डिड वाज कि आई मेड माय पॉलिटी नोट्स इन लक्ष्मीकांत ओनली, कि उसके चैप्टर के पहले एक ब्लैंक पेज होता है यूजुअली. सो इफ देयर इज अ चैप्टर ऑन पंचायती राज 73rd अमेंडमेंट ये वाला, तो उसके चैलेंजेस एंड सोल्यूशंस उसके बाजू में लिख दिए थे, बिकॉज वी टेंड टू इग्नोर articles when it comes to mains because they are not usually written in our source. अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन पे है तो वो कैसे अपॉइंट होता है, कभी कभी बहुत स्टैटिक चीज़ें यूपीएससी पूछ लेता है, तो हम कभी कभी लक्ष्मीकांत मेंस के लिए इग्नोर कर देते हैं. तो मेरे लिए इट वाज बेटर कि वो इंटीग्रेट हो रहा है अपने आप. तो मेरे नोट्स उसी बुक में थे. आई विल ऑल्सो ट्राई टू अपलोड माई नोट्स ऑन टेलीग्राम इफ पॉसिबल, बट मेरा सोर्स यही था, दिस एंड महक जैन्स चैनल फॉर एनी वैल्यू एडिशन आई नीडेड.
And what about society?
Society के लिए again one topper notes only I had read, शुभम अग्रवाल करके. he was also from commerce and accountancy background. तो उन्होंने society के notes, वो मेरा base material था. Then whatever test series I am giving, I used to pick it up from those particular मॉडल आंसर्स और उसमें ऐड कर देती थी. सोसाइटी इज़ वन थिंग इन GS1 विच यू कैन ऑल्सो प्रिपेयर इन एडवांस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल रीजनलिज्म टाइप क्वेश्चन है, तो एंड में एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, देन सेक्युलरिज्म पे सर्वधर्म संभव, ये सारी चीज़ें मैंने डिसाइड कर ली थी कि सोसाइटी के इंट्रोज कंक्लूजन सॉर्टेड थे. इंट्रोज में यूजुअली यू राइट डेफिनेशंस इन सोसाइटी, व्हाट इज़ कास्ट, व्हाट इज़ क्लास, what is secularism, what is regionalism. इंट्रोज तो सिंपल होते हैं उसके. तो ये था. आपको अगर इफ़ यू डोंट फाइंड हिज नोट्स देन जस्ट डू गूगल सर्च फॉर एवरी कीवर्ड एंड एनी मटीरियल दैट यू गेट, वो अच्छा ही होता है यूजुअली बेस मटीरियल के लिए. वैल्यू एडिशन के लिए आपको थोड़ा यू हैव टू डू सम एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स. अदरवाइज विजन वैल्यू एडिशन मटीरियल मैंने कुछ के लिए यूज़ करा था फॉर लाइक गवर्नेंस और समथिंग. तो I used only online sources for my mains. तो I'll try and put my notes only तो ताकि थोड़ा headache कम हो जाए. But yeah, if you want to put effort, just Google search keywords and make one-pager notes for all of those things. For me personally, it was I used forums test series MGP वाली. तो उसके जो भी टेस्ट थे जस्ट वो डिलीजेंटली आई यूज टू फॉलो देम एंड दैट्स इट. लाइक मैं डेली आंसर राइटिंग आई डिड नॉट लाइक इट. आई यूज टू हेट आंसर राइटिंग. तो डेली क्यों हेट करूँ मैं जो पढ़ रही हूँ. तो फिर आई यूज टू डू ओनली टेस्ट बिकॉज फॉर मी टाइम मैनेजमेंट इशू था, स्ट्रक्चरिंग इशू नहीं था. डेली आंसर राइटिंग आप तब करो व्हेन यू हैव स्ट्रक्चरिंग इश्यूज, बिकॉज आई वांटेड टू राइट फुल पेपर्स टू सी कि अब कितना कंप्लीट हो रहा है. सो दैट वाज माय क्राइटेरिया. And so whatever they had, I think 12 or 16 tests. So that was it. That was what I followed. If you feel कि you lack in answer writing, so you can start before prelims. जो March to May usually everyone does only prelims का study exclusively. Before March you can 2-3 months devote to answer writing. So that's a very personal preference on how you can judge your own answers better. At least legible होना चाहिए, that's all that matters. But obviously थोड़ा presentation will give a good effect to anyone who reads it. It's not a criteria for sure, but then if you can present it better, then I think it's कि for example commerce optional है तो उसमें paper 1 जैसे होता था न्यूमेरिकल्स वाला, तो I used to still make proper tables with with a scale. Even my diagrams I used to put it in a box properly because it just used to reflect better. अगर handwriting बचपन से ही खराब है, you cannot do anything about it. तो just it's okay. Like it's not a very X factor type चीज़ तो नहीं है वो definitely. First second attempt में before prelims 3 months I used to give only to prelims. उस टाइम पे मेंस नहीं, उससे पहले आई यूज टू डू मेंस एंड प्रीलिम्स इंटीग्रेटेड. तो तब मेनली मेंस ही करती थी मैं, बिकॉज फॉर मेंस ऑल्सो आई यूज टू रीड अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ स्पेक्ट्रम, अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ लक्ष्मीकांत. तो आई यूज टू डू मेंस ओरिएंटेड मेनली बिकॉज आई न्यू आई हैड टू स्कोर हायर इन मेंस टू क्लियर दिस एग्जाम. अगर if this is your first attempt, so anyway if you start suppose in May or June, your 5 months will go into one reading only. आप optional भी करोगे तो उनके नोट्स आप प्रिपेयर करके रखो एटलीस्ट. नोट मेकिंग इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इनिशियली इन योर फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट. सो आई यूज़ माई नोट्स जो फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में ही बने हुए थे, तो आप वैसे करो. देन व्हेन इट कम्स टू सेकेंड रीडिंग दैट हैपेंस इन 2-3 months एंड देन यू मूव ऑन टू प्रिलिम्स ओनली. फिर प्रिलिम्स के बाद ही इस यूजुअली फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में तो प्रिलिम्स के बाद ही आप मेंस को ज़्यादा टाइम दे सकते हो. तो आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट वर्कड फॉर मी. विथ एवरी पासिंग अटेम्प्ट प्रिलिम्स became a little bit more easier for me. तो मेरा मेंस का टाइम बढ़ गया था. तो I used to focus a lot on security, disaster management, such questions which are very rewarding in final exam because they're very repetitive. So, sorting those things out, because security में only 5-6 topics are there. Naxalism and left-wing extremism, northeast insurgency, cyber terrorism, ये सारी चीज़ें. तो I devoted one day to security की उसमें what diagrams, what data I can use. तो वैसे मैंने next attempt onwards prepare करा था. हाँ. So I used to do optional every day 3-4 hours. Commerce is a very lengthy optional. तो उसमें टाइम इन्वेस्ट तो मैंने करा था, बट आई हैड वेरी रियलिस्टिक थिंग इन माई माइंड कि कॉमर्स इज़ नॉट अ वेरी स्कोरिंग ऑप्शनल. इट रीचेज अराउंड 270-280. इट इज़ नॉट लाइक 300+ 330 में उसमें मार्क्स आते. सो आई न्यू आई हैड टू कवर अप इन मेन्स. सो मेरा GS प्रेपरेशन वॉज नेवर कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड बिकॉज ऑफ माई ऑप्शनल. No matter what, I still did my optional 3-4 hours a day, but I used to devote more time and more energy to my GS subjects.
Select that optional which have less mocks and less material available. For example, I have medical science as my optional.
Okay.
Should we select that which have relatively less mocks and test series available?
So I can very much relate to you. For commerce and accountancy, there's only one coaching in entire India which teaches commerce and accountancy. Usi ka test series everyone does. So yes, that is a factor that plays in your head. But see, previous year काफ़ी लोग medical से भी rank लाते हैं, काफ़ी लोग commerce से भी rank लाते हैं. So it's not कि it's unachievable. You need to have that conviction. That's what is going to help you when you have such an optional. The good thing is, especially for my optional or probably for yours, is they at least stay in a range कि वो 250 से कम बहुत rarely जाते हैं, 300 plus भी बहुत कम rarely जाते हैं. For optionals like sociology और जो usually people prefer करते हैं, I've seen they are very dynamic. People can score 200 also and 330 also. कोई भरोसा नहीं है उन optionals का. So for me, I was happy knowing कि 270, 280 my target is for this optional. It's better that they don't have any extra coaching, any extra mocks, because sorted रहता है कि एक ही source है, don't have to run behind different sources. You just follow it very thoroughly, and then when you add a little bit more personalization, you will stand apart from all medical optional people who are also going to that coaching. तो उसमें आप थोड़ा बहुत एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट डाल दोगे तो दैट विल रियली सेट यू अपार्ट, बिकॉज कंसिडर मेडिकल ऑप्शनल का यूजुअली 1-2 एग्जामिनर होंगे who will be checking those papers, because there will be very limited people who will be giving mains with that optional. So when they check that paper, if they find your answers to be better from the rest because you competing with other medical optional kids for that optional, you will probably be the highest ranker or highest marks getter in that optional. तो उसलिए आई थिंक इज़ वेरी गुड दैट यू हैव एन ऑप्शनल विच हैज़ लेस कॉम्पिटिशन. आई थिंक यूपीएससी इज ऑल्सो डिफाइंग दोज मिथ्स कि यही ऑप्शनल में मार्क्स आते हैं, इनमें नहीं आते. तो डोंट हैव सच प्री कंसीव्ड नोशंस. बिलीव इन योर सेल्फ कि यू आर वेरी गुड एट दिस ऑप्शनल. मेडिकल है तो यू माइट हैव अ मेडिकल बैकग्राउंड. वाई डू वांट टू सैक्रिफाइस सो मच you've already studied just to get in the race with other people? So please use that to your advantage. That's what I would say.
Thank you.
That's true. It's only approximately 90 days that you get now for mains, which is pretty less considering काफ़ी vast है. तो try to complete and do your note, at least note making. जो major headache रहता है before prelims preparation आप start करते हैं. तो suppose if mains ends in September in any year, तो September से January वाला जो time है उसको mains में use करो. Don't wait for the result to come out कि December में आएगा फिर it will hit me कि I have not cleared. Use that to very much make your mains notes very short. जो चीज़ें ethics है, ऐसे है, जो चीज़ें prelims में cover भी नहीं होती है, उन पे focus करो. Try to finish that. Try to finish your optional ones, and फिर जब 3 months है उसमें again do optional every day. That's what I would suggest, depending on how strong you are in your optional. दो थोड़ा थोड़ा dedicate करो उसको time. Rest of the time take 1 GS paper at a time. क्योंकि काफ़ी interlinkages होते हैं. तो जैसे for example geography environment है, 2 separate papers but very interlinked. So do those subjects together. वैसे करके आप plan out करो. And test series है ना, that will be a good source for you to plan your schedule. जैसे if I've taken forums MGP, I used to plan my schedule as per their tests because I did not want to miss any tests. I knew a lot of people who used to backlog tests, who used to कि अभी नहीं prepare हुआ है, but if 1 week में एक test है तो 1 week में I used to finish that subject and give that test. तो test series का schedule अच्छा खासा बना होता है with enough practice. Just pick it up and apply it to your own schedule.
Ma'am, could you please elaborate a bit on international relations?
International relations के लिए current affairs is a good source, only source. अगर आपका PSI और optional नहीं है तो फिर compilations use करो and analyze previous year questions also. उसमें usually you would see that India and its neighbors, India and one good grouping, Quad हो गया, SC हो गया, उन पे questions आते हैं. तो means 365 is a very good source. उसमें again उसमें value addition करना हो तो diagrams होते हैं. I used to make world map at times, कभी कभी बना लिया. या फिर I used to also listen to external affairs minister and use some very big punchlines that he uses in his speech in my final answers also. तो उसमें value addition का scope थोड़ा कम रहता है IR में, because but there are IR key terms like track to diplomacy हो गया, wolf warrior diplomacy when you talk about China, such things. एक note एक पेज में मैंने लिखी हुई थी कि इंडिया के ऊपर आएगा तो ये keywords है, वसुदेव कुटुंबकम, such keywords you can use them. Otherwise mains 365 अच्छे से करो if you have time. pick up previous years mains 365 क्योंकि अभी वाली में आने में तो टाइम है, तो लास्ट ईयर की कर लो, ज़्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं आता उनमें. That's it.
मैम another question I have is अगर हमारा attempt 2025 में है, ideally when should we start our test series?
Prelims की या मेंस की? प्री की. I think ideally एक reading, when once you're done with one reading, then second reading में you can start picking up sectional tests at least. तो sectional में जो थोड़े basic level tests होते हैं, even vision has basic test then applied test, तो जो basic level test होते हैं वो आप second या third reading के साथ करो, and 3 या 4 months before properly you can start following your tests, and at least 2.5 months before you should be able to give full length test. 2.5 to 2 months before full length आप देना शुरू कर दो. Yeah.
Ma'am, how did you cover the governance part of the GS2?
Which part? Governance. Governance vision value addition material से करा था मैंने, and तो उसमें भी whatever keywords you have, one pager notes for all of those. Governance has a lot of scope for value addition again. तो governance में जैसे PRIs पे आता था तो I used to write महात्मा गांधी's ग्राम स्वराज्य विजन, तो ये सारी चीज़ें, बट बेसिक सोर्स वाज विजन वैल्यू एडिशन. इफ़ यू गो थ्रू महक जैन्स नोट्स, तो उसमें SHGs कोऑपरेटिव्स के डायग्राम्स बनाए हैं. नोबडी थिंक्स ऑफ मेकिंग डायग्राम्स इन सच क्वेश्चंस. तो कभी भी कोऑपरेटिव SHG पे क्वेश्चन आता था, इट वाज माय स्टैंडर्ड टू मेक दोज डायग्राम्स. शी हैज़ यूज्ड अ लॉट ऑफ डायग्राम्स, तो डायग्राम्स मैंने यूज़ करे थे इस बार. बाकी पॉइंट्स तो वेरी जेनेरिक, यू कैन राइट इवन ऑन द स्पॉट. तो कोई भी बेसिक मटेरियल से पॉइंट्स कलेक्ट कर लो, फिर उस पर थोड़ा वर्क करो कि इनमें क्या डेटा. कमिटीज़ भी काफ़ी है व्हेन इट कम्स टू पंचायती राज, म्यूनसिपैलिटीज़, सो दोज एक्स्ट्रा वैल्यू एडिशन यू कैन डू.
Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you.
Which topic related questions are more asked in geography?
In geography, so again very wide variation, but जैसे एक question आता है in terms of location of industries, so any particular iron and steel, these kind of human geography basically that's asked in mains. So that kind of question, 2-3 questions on a little bit more analytical part ki why Arabian Sea has more cyclones or such kind of questions, which you can do from your basic NCERT knowledge. And आजकल जैसे last year questions आया था on landforms also, glacial landforms and such things. So again, it's pretty unpredictable, but geography के लिए for mains, if you want to do anything, then with your NCERTs you can refer to, I think I refer to Mrunal sir's notes on his website. तो उसमें industries के लिए location, human geography aspect काफ़ी अच्छा cover करा हुआ है, तो that I used.
और मैम आपने मैप्स रिलेटेड बुक अलग बनाई थी या ज्योग्राफी में ही?
मैप्स, मैप्स के लिए particularly what kind of maps, मतलब जो
Your notes.
एटलस यूज़ करा था, यूज टू मार्क इन माई एटलस. एंड कुछ मैंने इंडिया का फिजिकल मैप का जो स्कूल में भी यूज टू यूज़, सो आई purchased 5-6 of those maps and marked my national parks, biosphere reserves, even glaciers and these passes that you have, Chorla Ghat and ये जो passes, mountain passes, ये सारे मैंने 5-6 maps में mark कर लिए थे. River systems के लिए I used to hand draw maps. So Indus के लिए एक particular map, then Ganga के लिए with all its tributaries and Brahmaputra, and one for peninsular rivers. ये 4 maps I used to draw by hand and every day sit for 5-10 minutes with those maps, and अच्छा recall value हो जाता है if you give it consistent time. For world mapping thing which also has increased a lot in prelims. Last year काफ़ी questions आए थे. YouTube videos, I used to find them very fun. My first preference is foreign service, so I was anyway interested in these kind of things. So I used to use a lot of YouTube videos, places in news and such things wale maps, and circled in my atlas, and one continent per day I used to revise in my prelims ka duration.
एंड 1 year टाइम इज मोस्ट मतलब इतना प्रिपरेशन के लिए 1 year टाइम इज इनफ और नॉट फॉर फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट?
A lot of people do clear it in first attempt. मेरे लिए तो नहीं था 1 year time enough clearly, but हाँ 1 year that first attempt is the most, you know, जिसमें सबसे ज़्यादा motivation होती है. With each attempt it kind of reduces. So if you don't have that mindset कि first attempt में at least prelims तो clear कर ले, that mindset is I think very negative. Think of clearing the exam in the first attempt. That's when you will put maximum effort. One attempt is enough because you will simplify the preparation because you have limited time. The more time you have, the more complicated you will make it and much worse it will get. So हाँ, one attempt should be more than enough. रिविजन के लिए फॉर प्रीलिम्स पर्सपेक्टिव जैसे try to consolidate your notes with every revision. I did not have this habit, but I've seen a lot of people do it. For example, Lakshmikant and Spectrum ke bhi log consolidated notes they used to manage. For me, I preferred reading that book all over again, but only the highlighted parts. So the only thing you can aim for in revision is that with every revision, your time reduces. So if you have, say, 3 months for prelims, first reading आपको 4 week लग गए, but second reading it should take you 3 weeks. It should not take you more. That's when you know your revision is effective. If it is taking you equal time every time, मतलब you're not doing it smartly. So with every revision, try to only focus on things which you don't remember. जो एक बार दिमाग में fit हो गई है, उसको बार बार पढ़ने का output नहीं आएगा. तो उसके लिए वो important हो जाता है. Mains में revision is not that इतना टाइम ही नहीं होता कि आप ज़्यादा रिवाइज कर पाओ, एंड देयर सो मच करंट अफेयर्स, सो मेनी थिंग्स. तो उसमें प्ले स्मार्टली, बिकॉज इफ़ यू आर यूजिंग मेंस 365 और समथिंग, पूरे मेंस 365 के कॉमन पॉइंट्स पहले इंडेक्स में लिख लो. दैट शुड बी योर रिविजन कि ये वाले पॉइंट्स आई कैन यूज इट टू राइट अ जेनरिक आंसर एटलीस्ट, एंड देन रिवाइज योर वैल्यू एडिशन. वन थिंग आई ऑल्सो डिड फॉर मेंस इज आई यूज टू रीड न्यूज़ पेपर्स एंड पिकअप एग्जाम्पल्स. मेंस में न्यूज़ पेपर्स काफ़ी हेल्पफुल होते हैं टू स्टैंड आउट फ्रॉम the crowd. For example, there was a news during my time कि first 3D printed post office has opened in some नॉर्थ इंडियन स्टेट इफ आई रिमेंबर. तो ये वाला न्यूज़ था, तो ये मैंने एग्जाम्पल की तरह साइंस एंड टेक में यूज़ करा था इन अ मॉक टेस्ट या एक्चुअल पेपर. तो हेडलाइन से आप काफ़ी एग्जाम्पल्स निकाल सकते हो विच कैन बी यूज्ड इन योर रियल पेपर. तो उसके लिए आई यूज टू मेंटेन अ रजिस्टर फॉर GS 1 2 3 4 एंड राइट एग्जाम्पल्स जो उन सब्जेक्ट्स में यूज़ कर सकते हैं. बिफोर माई एक्चुअल पेपर आई यूज टू डिवाइज ओनली दैट एंड नॉट माई नोट्स, बिकॉज नोट्स यू डन इनफ टाइम्स, वो पॉइंट्स याद करने में ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा. बट इफ़ यू कैन रिमेंबर दोज एग्जाम्पल्स एंड दोज सम एक्स्ट्रा इन्फॉर्मेशन, दैट विल एक्चुअली हेल्प यू इन द पेपर. See, not that I know of honestly, but previous year questions, otherwise I honestly don't know CSAT के लिए कोई extra book, but previous year questions is a good source. या फिर आप any coaching का, I'm sure now they've started taking out practice books अब, तो it's a good market, तो please use that. So commerce and accountancy as an optional, because it was my graduation, I thought ki let's play to my strength and not put too much effort. So I used to focus more on paper 1 because I used to like that paper. Paper 2 I used to hate because very theoretical. So in simplification, I used to analyze PYQs of commerce and accountancy. Very repetitive questions are asked. ज़्यादा एफर्ट डालना ही नहीं पड़ता है. वो आई थिंक दे यूज दैट सेम पेपर टू मेक न्यू पेपर्स. तो फिर वो करा था मैंने. आई एनालाइज्ड कौन से क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, उसमें मैंने थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा एफर्ट डाल के आई यूज रैंकर्स के नोट्स एंड आई यूज टू गूगल सर्च एनी PYQ एंड कुछ एक्स्ट्रा इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलता था तो वो रैंकर्स के नोट्स में आई यूज टू ऐड. And paper 1 में numericals I used to really like because they are objective. They cannot cut your marks in numericals if you do them correctly. But as commerce and accountancy principle of risk and reward goes, numericals are very risky to attempt also, because if you get stuck on one numerical, your other paper might be affected. So, but still I had a good judgment ki, for example, reconstruction amalgamation, I never did that chapter only because lengthy numericals hai, I will not do those in the exam. It's good that you have options कि 8 में से 5 ही क्वेश्चन करने, तो use that and identify numericals which are easy for you. FM जैसे था, I used to like financial management, so I picked those. Section B I used to do better, and numerical वाले questions ही I used to attempt. Even though a lot of people prefer to go for theory, I preferred to go for numericals. So my paper 1 score was also pretty good this time. It was 151 something. तो न्यूमेरिकल्स में अच्छा स्कोरिंग का चांस है. पेपर 2 में just concise those notes and highlight some technical points ki when you are revising, if you are revising organization theory and any particular topic, तो उस topic के 4-5 key points ही याद रखो. And otherwise तो 11th 12th कॉमर्स वाला बहुत नॉलेज है कि क्या एडवांटेज होगा क्या डिसएडवांटेज, उसको लिखने में तो नहीं टाइम लगेगा. बट टू मेक इट साउंड मोर कि अच्छा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थियोरी का क्वेश्चन है, आई यूज टू फॉलो कि कंसाइज कर लिया था मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा एंड ओनली रिवाइज्ड टेक्निकल पॉइंट्स लेटर ऑन.
My question is regarding notes. जैसे जैसे वो quantity बढ़ती जाती है, like the analytical part, sometimes we read an article newspaper में और फिर लगता है कि ये बहुत सही है, ये point लिख सकते हैं. तो how did you manage, उतना बड़ा मतलब उसका vastness जो होता है, because I don't think कि books में वो हो जाता होगा manage, like writing in the book. So how did you manage like prelims and mains का फिर एक point पे there is a bit of segregation while revising after a point. So that's my first question, and another is regarding forums MGP. So were you an online student or offline?
I was an online student. Second question के लिए I used to submit it online, my test. The MGP is basically tests, right? तो वो तो कहीं से भी आप दो, it doesn't really matter. Offline तो मैंने I've never given. I only gave at home and sent them the scanned version, and they used to check it and send it back.
So the assessment and feedback was good?
It was not extraordinary, honestly, because examiner mindset, they are also tired, they don't put that much effort into every paper, but mota if a feedback पता चल जाता है, because generic at least overview तो वो दे देंगे आपको कि आपका structuring issue है, तो at least you will be able to pick it up. Self analysis works the best for mains. At times after 2 or 3 attempts you won't even need to submit it to coaching institutes, आपको खुद पता चल जाएगा कि what kind of answers you are writing. The feedback at times used to be okay, at times it felt like they've not even read my answer but just written something. So mixed hota hai, which is true for anything, but it's good to get a professional guidance. They used to also have mentor calls at time, तो वो mentoring session भी I think I took once, but ठीक है, it was at least, it has a good reputation, so it was decent enough. For first question, प्रिलिम्स के लिए तो बुक्स ही आई यूज टू राइट मार्जिन्स वट एवर. मेन्स के लिए एट टाइम्स registers and अलग मटेरियल हो जाता था, which was hard to compile, collate. It was a pretty overwhelming. Mains is my least favorite stage, तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा चीज़ें है उसमें, and it's तो you have to play smartly. एग्जामिनर के अकॉर्डिंग मेंस प्रिपेयर करो कि व्हाट एग्जामिनर वांट्स, प्ले एज पर दैट, डोंट प्ले एज पर व्हाट यू वांट द बेस्ट ऑफ आंसर्स इन ईच क्वेश्चन. नहीं होने वाले. यू हैव टू प्ले एज पर कि 1-2 डेटा डाल दूंगे तो इम्प्रेस तो हो जाएंगे, दे विल नो दैट आई नो दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन बेटर देन एनीवन. तो प्ले एज पर दैट फॉर दैट प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस आर योर बेस्ट सोर्स. व्हेन यू नो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर आस्क्ड अगेन एंड अगेन, तो यूज दैट एंड प्रिपेयर एज पर दैट. वो थीम्स के अकॉर्डिंग आप प्रिपेयर करो. They are pretty separate, then उनमें कुछ common है नहीं, but because commerce का I had a little bit more background knowledge, I did not have to study it from scratch. I was already understanding whatever they had written, numericals मुझे आते थे already, so I had good hold over it. And UPSC subjects are pretty general knowledge based. They are pretty fun to learn honestly, and हो जाता था. It was not very hard. It's better, like it's a blessing to have a optional subject which matches with your GS. It really reduces your preparation. But for me, it was never a make or break point ki just because it doesn't have anything common, I'll not use it.
Ma'am, I am from commerce background and I like to study economics. But some of the toppers, I watched the toppers talk. They suggested that economics is a lengthy subject and it is not high scoring. So, what is your take on it?
If you have commerce background, at least you first need to go through economics syllabus to know that what kind of questions they ask. It might be an altogether new subject, and because economics is a little bit more technical, I wouldn't suggest to start it from scratch. If you want to start any subject from scratch, it can be little more जो arts वाले subjects होते हैं rather than economics, which is a good discipline in itself. तो आप syllabus देखो and previous year questions देखो. If you think you can make some sense of it, then it is suggested to take it. Otherwise, yes, it is a lengthy subject. You need good hold over economics in general. If you have commerce background, इतना technical नहीं आता economics. Even I'm from commerce background. It's good till it is in prelims. I cannot write an entire paper on it. तो हाँ, like please go through syllabus and then decide.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I have commerce optional. How should I approach?
A lot of my friends also had taken the notes but not taken coaching. It is perfectly fine. If you have commerce background notes, so you will be able to understand anyway. Join their test series, write tests, and they will still give you good feedback on it. So it's not necessary to take those classes per se if you have a background. If you are understanding the subject, just putting it in practice through tests should be more than enough. Coaching तभी helpful होता है classes when you are a little weak in any of the subjects, then you need that helping hand. If you have a good strong background, then I would not suggest you actually have to go for coaching. I think all the questions are done, right? Fair question. But that's what I had said in the first go, ki it's not ki each day is going to be the same. 10 hours daily is a very big thing, but plan your routine accordingly. I used to like making my routines. So फिर routine उसी हिसाब से बनाओ that you're giving yourself enough breaks. That break will make the other 10 hours bearable. So I did not study on Sundays most of the times. So I used to study 6 days a week. So in case if in those 6 days I don't feel like studying, I used to study a little bit on Sunday to cover it up. वैसे करके in the initial few months, obviously it's very hard to be on track, but when the exam comes nearer, you should have that kind of fear that it's a difficult fear helps you honestly. तो उसमें automatically consistency आ जाती है if that little bit of fear is there. Otherwise, it's obviously we are all humans. There are highs and lows in this preparation. It's okay to take extended breaks, half day पढ़ लिया कभी कभी बिल्कुल ही नहीं पढ़ा. You have some family कुछ है gathering है तो you want to go there, so it's okay. Like it's not normal to wake up and follow the same routine every day. My only point was कि at least do that for majority of the year. वो तो आपको करना ही पड़ेगा. वो नहीं हुआ तो it will be at the end you will be one of those people who is studying 15-16 hours and whom people kind of idolize, but which should not be idolized, honestly. So 10 hours a day आप पढ़ोगे तो sorted रहोगे throughout the year. 8 hours, 6 hours, it's your personal call. But give yourself enough breaks and balance the preparation. That's how I think consistency can be achieved. I really like your question because yes, one should think of the interview when you are listening to a topper's talk because that's what you want to, that's where you want to be. But interview experience was not similar to what you see on YouTube. It was pretty much like a conversation, not grilling. My board was Dinesh Dasa sir. So because he was from Gujarat, so he first question he asked me was कि why did you not do your higher education in Gujarat? Why did you go to Delhi? कि गुजरात में अच्छे colleges नहीं है क्या? So I think that kind of set the tone for the interview. But उसके अलावा there was not any one point where they grilled me. A lot of it was around my DAF. Gujarat, commerce, poetry, IRE, सारा का mix था. It could have been better, honestly. My mocks were much better than my final interview, but no complaints now. But overall, अच्छा था. Why IFS over IAS is one personal. I really am interested in those international affairs, geopolitics. Second is inspiration. I have a lot of people whom I look up to in diplomacy. I'm a person who doesn't like the limelight, who doesn't like being in front and center. I prefer to work in the shadows, and I think that's what the service is about. That anonymity you have in the service, I really like that. So I think मेरे personality से काफी match करता है. IAS is something which is, no, it is always, talked about. It holds so much power. But I think I was not power hungry in that sense. I wanted something which I knew do my best with my personality and with my caliber. तो उस reason से I preferred IFS. It was always pretty clear कि the feeling to represent India. I am okay working in a district and as a cabinet secretary, but to represent India in a foreign country, any action that you take is symbolic of India's interest. So the feeling of prestige was enough to drive me कि नहीं, this is something that I want to do. Thank you. Interview preparation is the most fun out of all the 3 stages because there's literally nothing, there's no source for it. तो उसमें आपको अपना DAF ही करना होता है. But वो preparation में, even if you watch YouTube, it feels like, oh, you're preparing for the interview. That's why you're watching some video about China, some video about Gujarat. So like very fun preparation, very light. The only thing you need to work on is a little bit of personality touch-up. उसके अलावा they're not going to judge you so much if you don't know some questions. For my interview, for example, they asked me some economic theories, and which I did not know because I did not have that background, which is perfectly okay. You cannot know everything under the sun, but if you can take that preparation lightly, have fun, because you get to, there's no limit to whatever you want to read or study about. Majority उसमें newspapers का role बढ़ जाता है. तो I used to do 2 newspapers during my interview. I used to do Mint and Indian Express. तो because commerce background था, तो Mint उस वजह से. And otherwise, mock interviews, I gave 4 mock interviews, not too many, not too less. And that time you realize interview personality polishing में what all you can work on. वो feedback काफी होता है. And yeah, that's it. After 2 years. मतलब हाँ, people do say contemporary current affairs आते, but there's only a limit till which you can study. At 2027 is pretty far down the line. So I would not even suggest you to study at this point. But if you really want to, then please do your NCRTs. I don't know why you are studying right now, but at this point, please contact me after a year. That's it. ठीक है, all the very best. If you have any more doubts, Telegram channel है, please like, share, subscribe, and ensure that enjoy this. Watch a lot of MS Dhoni motivation videos. He will really guide you through this journey like no other UPSC mentor can, because there's no difference between sport, a competitive sport and a competitive exam, and don't treat it as a competitive exam. Honestly, help each other out. It will you'll learn from each other a lot. It's a good community, a very helpful community, and it's very heartening to see so many people wanting to do this in Gujarat. So yeah, all the very best to you. Thank you.
I hope this was the most fruitful Q&A you guys had. Thank you so much, Garima ma'am, for your valuable inputs. As all good things must, we too must reach a conclusion to today's event. It's been an evening filled with unforgettable moments, impressive stories, and to-the-point guidance and sharing of experiences by Ms. Garima. I, and on behalf of my team of Vision IS, thank you all for your valuable time. I would like to conclude with a quote written by Albert Camus. He was a French philosopher. He said, "In the midst of hate, I found there was within me an invincible love. In the midst of tears, I found there was within me an invincible smile. In the midst of chaos, I found there was within me an invincible calm. I realized through it all that in the midst of winter, there was invincible summer. And that makes me happy. For it says that no matter how hard the world pushes against me, within me, there's something strong, something better, pushing right back." And 4 lines for all of you. That चलता रहूं पथ पर, चलने में माहिर बन जाऊंगा. चलता रहूं पथ पर, चलने में माहिर बन जाऊंगा. या तो मंजिल मिल जाएगी या अच्छा मुसाफिर बन जाऊंगा. Thank you so much.
Also, thank you very much for joining over here. I would like to say something about Garima. I remember you were attempting your abhyas over here, and when we saw her copy, we were confident enough that she will clear this examination. But that year, that didn't happen eventually. But no one tells about this story of hard work. I think so. You must have said this thing. The amount of hard work which is required, nobody cares about this thing. You should care about that. The only thing which is required is hard work. Smart work sabhi kar rahe ho yaar. Smartphone hai, Telegram hai, sab kuch hai. But the point is, the how much amount it is required, the notes she is making, okay, means for your own purpose. That is required. अभी कोई चीज की कमी थोड़ी ना है. But the point is, are you trying to do that or not? Be faithful to yourself. And I think so. She did that thing, and that's how she cracked it. I think so. Okay.